Get ready to rediscover your roots as Wayside Furniture presents the 6th Annual Kent American Roots Music Festival, Friday, April 26th in downtown Kent. Enjoy Americana, bluegrass, and country music for free at over 20 downtown Kent area venues. Featured artists include Whiskey Throttle, Country Honk, and the Shootouts, presented by Ken Ganley Chevrolet of Aurora. Full schedule and updates at KentAmericanRoots.com. Presented by Wayside Furniture, Jack Daniels, 717 Credit Union, part of Brimfield Insurance, and the Kent Holiday Inn Express.
WNIR, hello.
It's DOGWALKER.
What's going on?
Where's my sound effect, man? There you go. I heard you used it with another caller.
Anytime you mention a dog, I got to play Hillary barking like a dog in Las Vegas.
Oh, is that who that is?
Hillary Clinton is in Las Vegas when she was running against Trump, and she was trying to illustrate Donald Trump's white power national dog whistles. When he says, this term, we're going to make America great again, that's a dog whistle for, we're going to get rid of brown people. And then she started going, roof, 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 roof. So I took the whole 5-minute speech and had Tom milk it down to 6 or 7 times. This is actually Hillary Clinton barking like a dog in a speech.
Well, now I like my sound effect less and less.
Be careful what you wish. You might.
No way. Please, no couch. So here's why I'm really calling today. I am so happy to hear about this Kent Roots Music Festival that you guys are advertising. It's got a couple of my friends' bands playing in it.
All right. Well, the Shootouts.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the main one. Ryan Humbert.
Is that who was in this morning? I met Bob Burford. I didn't get to see the gentleman. Was that Ryan? Who was in with us this morning? Do you know?
Oh, I don't. I wasn't aware that they were on.
Oh, yeah. The 9 o'clock hour, Bob Burford, who sponsored it. Ryan Humbert and John Daniel Eicher wrote number 10 lick, Must Be a Broken Heart. Ryan wrote Run for Cover. I'm looking at, they left me the CD here. Unfortunately, I don't remember how to put the CD in and play it.
Oh, come on, you faking boomer. Well, I've watched Ryan evolve over the last decade from his days crooning like Michael Bublé and Frank Sinatra to twanging out and getting to the Grand Ole Opry. He's just been incredible. I've probably recorded him live like 7-8 times. And then the other band, that's playing there that I like a lot is called Country Honk. And that's led by a guy named Thor Platter. And he's in the same zone as the Shootouts, Americana or alternative country. And Thor, under his own name, records his own compositions. Country Honk, and I'm sure he'll squeeze in a couple of his tunes, is more like a country band based on that same zone of music, alternative country, Waylon Willen, the countrified Stones stuff. Really great music and great guys, and so I can't encourage people more than to go out and support it.
Love is like a two-man race, and I'm the guy in second place. Now I ought to learn to live and learn. I don't blame love, but I blame you.
All right, I figured it out. Your Brian.
Ryan.
This is Ryan singing?
That is Ryan singing. He's the songwriter and lead singer, and then
Driver of the Winnebago, too, right? Yeah.
And Emily Bates is his musical partner. She sings with him, and then you got Brian Poston on guitar, and I'm forgetting the drummer's name, to be honest with you. But
nobody cares about a drummer.
The girls do. What are you kidding? Those are the drummers are who scored the most.
Exactly.
Everyone else would be surrounded by too many choices.
I see Alan Moss, Ryan Allen, Brian Poston.
Al Moss is a great pedal steel player. He used to be in a band called Hillbilly Idol, dating back.
Oh, I know that one. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah. And superb band too, and Al's just an incredible guy. And we've got such a strong Americana roots music scene in Northeast Ohio. You got Brent Kirby and the Jack Fords. You got Doug McLean and the Stuntmen. Ray Flanagan. We have a musical renaissance going here that should be recognized, that has been bubbling for a decade. And
that song featured Marty Stewart.
He produced the last Shootouts.
Holy mackerel.
The Shootouts are the real deal, man. They left.
Well, they're at the Kent stage tomorrow night.
Recording. Yeah. You remember the band Asleep at the Wheel?
I do.
There's guys from Asleep in the Wheel on the Shootouts album.
I'll be darned.
I mean, so again, everybody out there, go check these folks out. Maura Bellows and Maura Rogers and the Bellows is another one that's playing. A whole bunch of great stuff. And
all right, now wait a minute. Slow down, because I'm going to talk to you for the next 10 minutes because it's the afternoon and none of my topics.
I got no dog.
None of my topics
are. So one.
You said Maura who? Maura what?
Maura Rogers and the Bellows.
Hold on. Kent State Hotel, 7 to 9 p.m. to Peister Street. Maura Rogers and the Bellows is 7 to 10 at the Kent Hotel. And, of course, the Shootouts are at the Kent Stage, 7 to 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Wish Garden, Randy Horvath, Sugar Mules, Thorn Musica, Bonus and the King, Hunter Skeens and the Forerunners, Dunn, Oliver and McGee, Mother Ale Light, Country Honk, the Apple Whites. Who's a Bellaria? Bellaria is at Thorn Musica.
I've never heard of that one.
Okay. Well, Bellaria is a great little restaurant. Johnny worked there. That was his first paying job, washing back and doing whatever before he got his swimming license. But they've got a nice little singing area. It's not a big venue, so I would imagine there. But Ray's Place, of course. Ray's is going to have Flat Earth Ramblers. The Venice has a nice band area in there. Corey Grinder and the Playboy Scouts.
That's another stellar band that we know up here in Cleveland. They're part of the whole Beachland music scene.
Oh, is that right?
Waterloo music. Yeah. And so is Maura Bellows. All the bands that played the Beachland. And I first saw Ryan at Musica in Akron. Have you ever been to that place? Mm-hmm. And they used to have singer-songwriter nights and stuff like that. So he'd come in there, and then he started
my best friend's son, they had a band that was out of Hoban High School, and then they went to the Rock Hall. This has been 5-6 years ago. And they won the High School Rock Hall of Fame, and they got a recording contract to cut 5 or 6 songs. I don't know if you're familiar with that. And they used to play at Jilly's down, if you know Akron at all. There was Jilly's Music, and then there was
Room.
I think it was and man, those guys they would rock and roll.
What's the name of that band?
Shelley. Oh, I knew you were going to ask me. Don't do that for me. They went to college, and they kind of went different.
Ray Flanagan also was a participant in that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame high school rocks off thing. And sadly, this year was the last year they're running that.
The Waves. It just came to me. I knew the Waves. WAVES. The Waves. Yeah.
Yep. Never caught those guys, but
well, I mean, they were all juniors and seniors in high school.
Yeah.
And they were all playing on. They were all playing on. They got. I think Dylan won 2 state championships in a row when he played for Hoban Highs. So it was in that cycle, and they would, but they would play some of the local bars around. It was always weird because you had all these teenagers, and the bands didn't want to gig them because they had a huge following, but they weren't allowed to drink beer, so they wouldn't gig them. So Randy and I ponied up the money to pay the guy, you know what I mean? So that they could get out. Yeah, we paid whatever, and they did it on what they used to have, they used to years ago have kids, what do they call that? Kids night out at the bars or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, back in the 60s and early 70s, they had the teen clubs, like the Hullabaloos and clubs like that were non-alcoholic.
Maybe they called it Ting Night, yeah, but yeah.
Well, and there were ones down around Portage Lakes, I know for sure, because I've seen pictures of the James Gang playing at some teen club around.
Well, if you're in doubt, but speaking of the James Gang, on the side, it'd be the north side at the alley of the Water Street Tavern, is Joe Walsh, circa 1967-68, in a Kent State shirt, black and white, and he has the 1960s and 70s mustache, but he's playing, and there's a mural, probably 12 or 14 feet of that picture on the side of the Water Street. I love it. Every time I go past there, I take a picture of the James Gang, and I don't know if he was with the James Gang at that time. He might have been with the Measles. His first band was the Measles. Joe Walsh.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. And then when Glenn Schwartz left the James Gang, he got asked to join to replace Glenn Schwartz in the James Gang. Glenn went on to Mr. Stress Blues Band, he had the Mr. Stress Blues Band, and then he went on to was it Pacific Gas and Electric?
They had a pretty good hit. They had a couple hits, PG.
But Joe's one of my favorites, always will be.
Joe Walsh, you mean?
Rock and roll survivor, you know, and who would have bet that he'd be the last Eagle standing, potentially, you know?
I just might start missing you by now. Since the day you left, you made your destination clear.
Is that your man singing there?
That sure is, Ryan Humbert.
The Shootouts are at the Kent Stage tomorrow night, part of the Kent's Americana Bluegrass and Country Music Festival. So, and the weather looks great. It's going to be 70 degrees and sunny. So
perfect.
We got that going for us. You're not walking any dogs today, huh?
Well, one of my dogs got canceled today because it ate its father's leather boot. So it got taken to the vet and given medicine so that it would, let's just politely say,
yeah. This too shall pass. Yeah. Why would he eat leather? What kind of dog is it?
It's a grieving 2-year-old Labrador. Its older brother got put down, sadly, 3 Saturdays ago.
Yeah.
So it's going through and acting out.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that I see. Yeah, grieving. That, you know what? That happened with let's see, Dottie died. Skylar kind of did that when Dottie got hit by a car. And Skylar was kind of really you're right. They do. I was looking this up. I think it was on the New York Post. Did you see the bright green yellow lab? It's hued green.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Shamrock.
Is that what are they naming it? That's what they're calling it, Shamrock?
Yeah, they said it's already fading. That it was an in utero abnormality that made it green, but it is fading as it gets older, and it's traditional color comes in. But it almost looked like it was like one of those internet gags where either some person died a dog or played with their computer.
Exactly.
Shock. I'd never ever have heard of that before, and but dogs and grieving and emotions, I mean, they are so in tune with us and how they communicate with each other, and watching different breeds and interact with other ones. It's fascinating to me trying to figure out how these dogs think, but they look at you, and I'm sure they're
They understand. You better believe it. Yeah. I got to roll, brother. It's good to hear from you. Take care.
Hey,
Bye.